Welcome to Time in the Shade and Shady Oak Ministries. Now, let's get to the news. Box office returns have not been kind to Aquaman 2. Many blame it on the presence of Amber Heard in alienating their audiences. Disney producers have instead leveled blame on the fact that Warner was dealing with a dead franchise and negligent writing at best. And after all, they would know.
Oh, come on, Terry, lighten up. What are you screaming at?
Hedonist activists have accused people who refuse their advances as being homophobic. You heard it here, folks. Being straight is hateful.
Oh no! Anyway.
Following their efforts to strike terror into the hearts of non-believers through the murder of infants, women, and civilians, Hamas saw the support given to them by Western news agencies and universities and realized there's just no getting through to them.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Nick Fuentes has gathered a large following who have expressed a desire to distinguish themselves with fresh new uniforms. When deciding on what color for their coats, they elected on some shade of brown. No. In the UK news blog The Express, Hamas terrorists have been described as worse than ISIS. But there is hope. It does seem that they read all the same books.
Holy jamolies.
Following Israeli counterattacks on Gaza, the world stands in shock at the photographs of the victims. When the world was informed that these were the babies that Hamas beheaded and the women that they raped to death, the world quickly clarified they didn't want to judge their culture.
I'm gonna be sick!
In Arabic culture, the greatest man in history has actually turned out not to be who he seemed to be. He institutionalized race-based slavery in his treatment of African slaves as inferior to Arab and Caucasian captives. The first public figure in history to do so, in fact. He is responsible for hundreds of millions of deaths, not just in the trans-Saharan slave trade from the 8th to the 21st century, but also targeted children. He married a 6-year-old after fantasizing about his best friend's daughter, consummated the marriage when she was 9, and beat her repeatedly throughout the time she eventually reached adolescence. He claimed divine authority that prepubescent girls are not only fit to be married, but divorced, and normalized this behavior in any culture that deems him an authority. He personally beheaded hundreds of Hebrews in a single day for the crime of agreeing to a treaty he violated, tortured men for money by lighting them on fire, and serving as the role model of Hamas and ISIS, making it a religious duty for people to oppress women, hate Jews, and even seek the total dominion of the world through terror. I mean, this guy was a real jerk.
I know nothing. I see nothing.
And that will be all. Thank you all for joining us. Good night and God bless.